In the year of our Lord 2021, it looks like StockX is the new sneakers because we can't get any sneaker that we want for retail. Not only just like the hype releases, right? Nothing is staying on the shelves. It's crazy. You're filling out raffles. You are using every single smart device in your house. It is logged onto some website at 10 a.m. You even got your wife, your girl, she got sneakers accounts, and it's just to no avail. Part of the fun of obtaining sneakers is the chase, it's the pursuit. And with that, you wouldn't get everything, but you would get some things. But nowadays, many of us aren't getting anything. And because of that, it's not fun anymore. So what do? My name is Armand Wake Up. This is Model Ministry, and today we are going to talk about when you should buy resell. Before we get into that, make sure you follow me on Instagram at model.ministry, modelministry.com. Sign up for the newsletter, whether it be on Instagram or YouTube. Like, share, comment, save it, show it to somebody. Like, please, that just helps out immensely. It tells the algorithm that this is important. So if you think this is important, or if you just want to support the channel as a whole, it helps out a ton. I promise it does. I know every single content creator says that, but it's true. But whatever. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of this video. So the topic is when to buy resell. And your first option to consider when buying resell, don't do it. Play your part in sticking it to the man and saying, I know things are changing, but I'm not going to spend 200, 300, 400% markup on a sneaker. I just don't find value in that. That's okay. And if that's the posture you choose to take, don't let anybody or anything pressure you. The thing about shoes, there will either be something similar that drops in a few years, or they'll just retro it and re-release it later down the line. You could also wait some time and find someone might wear it a couple times, don't want it anymore, don't like it anymore, need the money, sell it real quick locally in a Facebook group, and you might find a come up. But take a stand. Don't buy resale. Just don't. There's also rumors that Nike is working on anti-bot technology. So if you want to wait on Nike to get its stuff together, you can do that too. I don't see that happening because I just think bots are here to stay forever, but who knows? Nike is a $1 billion company. So if they want to create the technology, they could. But clearly what recent events have shown us, not only these shoe companies, but also the stores that sell them, at least high up, they have some stock and some vested interests in the aftermarket. So take with that what you will. The second thing to consider when buying resell, make friends. Relationships are very, very key and very, very important in, life really, but they definitely play a role in pursuing sneakers. Earlier, I talked about the chase and the fun of it. Another aspect of that were the relationships that you created. You would frequent the same stores, you'd run into the same people, strike up conversations based off of what they're wearing, based off of what shoe is coming out or just came out. And from there, that genuine camaraderie, it leads to you, they look out for you. They hook you up. They tell you how much stock is allocated. There's definitely been sneakers and clothing and just things in general that I've gotten because I struck up a conversation and I made friends. I played nice. Friendships are undefeated. I'm sorry. The third thing to consider in whether you should buy resell or not is, can you offset the cost? What I mean by that is, if a shoe retails for $200 and it's being resold for $400, do you have some shoes or some clothes or something in your house that you don't really use, you don't really wear? And if you sold it, it would offset the cost of resell. In that case, I could sell 2 sneakers behind me that I don't really wear for $100 each. And then I'm only coming out of pocket $200 because I've got ways to sort of offset and balance out, the cost of resale. Number 4, the thing to consider if you are wanting to or looking into buying resale. If you really want it, buy it. Just buy it. Save up your money. Like, let's just be honest. Like, we've all done things. There's definitely some sneakers on my wall that like I didn't eat for a couple weeks or bill didn't get paid. Like, there's irresponsibility that happens. I do not condone that behavior, but I'm not stupid. It happens. People will skip out on responsibilities in order to get a shoe. It happens. It's not the smartest thing to do, but when you get into this game, you live a little, you do some things. But if you really want it, buy it. I don't know how you guys feel about Afterpay or Affirm. Financing sneakers is a thing. Afterpay, Klarna, those are a little easier because they just split it. It's 4 payments. So you pay it off in 2 months. Makes it a lot easier to come up off that money rather than just one big purchase. But also something that people consider when it comes to finances is, if you can't buy it twice, you shouldn't buy it. So depending on your stance on finances, you can either save for it, you can finance it. There's options. Number 5 should have been number 4 to me. You should be able to see yourself wearing this shoe more than a few times. Because here's the thing, there's a difference, and I wish somebody would have told me this when I first got into the game. There's a difference between sneakers that you like and sneakers that you wear. So what I mean by that is you can look at the aesthetic of a shoe, think it's really dope. It actually just happened with those Yeezy basketball Quantums that I bought. I really love the silhouette of that shoe, but I wear a size 13, which means that some shoes look like boats on me, and that shoe looked like a boat on me. So I gotta sell it. So can you see yourself wearing that shoe more than a few times to justify the markup? Because if you pay for it and then it just sits, in your closet, sits on your shelf, that money could have been allocated elsewhere. And the 6th and final thing that should be considered when buying resale. People talk about bots, right? In large, the conversation about bots is negative from people who don't use them. Join a group where basically you pay per shoe, you give them your information, they enter it into their bot, and then they run the bots on all the different sites. And it's a gamble because in many of those cases, when you pay that money, you're not going to get it back. But if the $200 shoe is reselling for $400 and they're charging you $50, would you rather pay $250 or would you rather pay $400, right? I would suggest people do that if they don't have the time or the resources to do the other thing that I'm about to say. This is the other thing to consider. Join the other cook groups that are like, they're like Discord chats. They'll run, and I don't know the language, so forgive me because I've only done it a few times. But basically, they'll run their technology into the website's technology of the stores. And from there, they're able to see what is the website that they're going to use, what time they're going to drop, how many pairs are allocated per size, all these things. So if a shoe drops at 10 o'clock, you already have the link at 9:30. And it makes it easier. You can have your stuff ready. If you want to go manual, you're on your desktop, you're on your phone. And so when that joint goes live, these cook groups get their links before, your Twitter, your Soul links. Those cook groups for that access to those Discord chats. The good ones, I've joined 2 and they're really good. And I think I paid $50 a month for one, $75 for the other. And what many people do is that there's other stuff it's not just sneakers, they do everything. So I joined one like when the pandemic first started and cats was getting bikes and Nintendo Switches and swimming pools and things that were reselling heavy, earlier this year, or this time last year to offset the cost. So those are things to consider. I just gave you 6. I gave you a ton of game. Let me know, is StockX the new sneakers? Are you resisting? And is it retail or bust? You know, are you in the middle? If it's something that you really, really like, you're considering your other options. You are, saving up your money. You are, you are okay with financing. You are looking into cook groups. Whatever, you're being irresponsible, whatever it looks like. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know your stance. Leave a comment. Would love to hear what you guys think. Again, Instagram at model.ministry, modelministry.com. My name is Armand Wake Up, and I'll see y'all next time.